Hello friends, good evening. I'm glad that you are coming in. This is a 45-minute restore class. You can do this at any point in time that you need to during the day or the evening. Today just happens to be live and it is Stevie Wonder's birthday. So I have a playlist on this link here to Spotify. It's all Stevie Wonder. And if you don't want to listen to that, then feel free to listen to your own music or maybe no music at all. So welcome in. I'm glad some of you are already here. For this class, you'll just need a yoga mat if you have one. You can, hi, you made it, Cheryl, yay. A blanket, blocks, whatever you feel comfortable in using yin. If you haven't done yin yoga before, it's we're relaxing the muscles. We hold postures for a time and we get still and we just relax. So feel free to put the playlist on if you want to, or like I said, just listen to anything. Yay, look at everybody coming in. Who else is in here? I know Cheryl made it. Kathy, hello Kathy. Hi Jenny. Oh, I'm so glad that you're all here today. Oh, welcome in. So yeah, we're gonna get started. What time is it? Okay, right on time. So 45 minutes today. So feel free to come on over to your, wherever you're practicing. I know, Richard. I didn't want to tell you about that. So we'll start in Sphinx pose tonight. So I'm using a blanket just over the hips. If you want to use, or underneath the hips, I should say, you don't have to use it. You can roll up your mat or a towel and put that there too if it feels comfortable. You can also use blocks if you happen to have a baby in your belly, or it just feels comfortable, put it right on the thighs. So come on down, make yourself comfortable. Obviously, this is a class of comfort. So everything is relaxed. So the tops of the feet are on the floor. The legs are relaxed. If you feel the butt cheeks clenched, see if you can unclench them. When you're in this pose for a little while, you'll probably feel they'll start to tighten up again. But remember, we're relaxing muscles here. Elbows can go down underneath the shoulders. Place the palms down. If you feel that this is too much on the shoulders, walk your elbows forward a little bit. So this is our first pose, so it's getting right into it. But since it's later on today, I feel the back bend is a great thing for you to do if you've been working on your computer or on your phone all day. So great heart opening. Draw the shoulders back. You can always clasp your elbows here. Find a way where you can just sit, probably for about 4 more minutes. Now set the timer. Let your eyes close. And just notice the breath. See if you can exhale just a little bit longer than your inhale. So if you've been practicing yoga for a while, you know the more you practice, the easier it is just to drop on in. It's just to observe, not to fight the breath or to control it in any way or be determined about anything. But let it just kind of start to settle and smooth. Maybe a couple sighs if you need it. Make them audible. Drop your head if it feels good for you. You can use a block or pillows underneath the forehead. Or lift your head up and maybe you drop it back just a little bit if that feels all right for your neck. Sphinx pose is a wonderful way to relax the low back and also to reset the 4 natural curves in your spine. With the muscles relaxed, you're not trying to collapse and shrink in. You want length, but you're not working too hard for it. So this is lovely play with effort and ease. You have about 10 or so more breaths. If you like to deepen this posture just a little bit, you can move into seal pose. Prop yourself up onto your elbows, or off of your elbows, I should say. Straighten the elbows and gaze forward. Now my hands are over the corners of my mat. If that doesn't feel good, you can take your arms out in front. Or if you're super, super flexible in the low back, which I am not, so I'll be up here briefly, hands wide out. Actually, that just made me cramp my foot. So you don't want to go to a place of cramping. Don't go too far. Don't go for cramp. Relax the jaw. Relax the shoulders. Check in with your butt cheeks if they clench. See if you can let them go again. Now I'll mirror you. So my left is what you're looking at. My right, it really doesn't matter. So just take a thread the needle for counter pose. Slide the left arm underneath your right and come on down to your left ear. If you have a pillow or something there and it feels great, then put it underneath your head. And close your eyes. Release anything in the shoulder that you've been carrying around for maybe a long, long time. And each exhale, feel yourself just sink towards the floor, a little bit heavier. Let go just a little bit more. Guide the breath out as you exhale. Come up and just switch sides. Press yourself up. Other side. Guide the breath out. Press yourself all the way up, maybe to a tabletop. Downward facing dog might feel good for your body, I don't know. Just find a little bit of stretch. Shift from side to side, cow, cat, whatever you need. A little bit of movement in between these holding postures. Drop your hips down, move into a shoelace pose. Swing your legs out in front of you. Bend your left knee. Just bring your right foot right in front of the left shin. I'll set the timer. So this might be your shoelace pose right here for the whole time. Ensure that both of your sitting bones are as flat as they can, equal as they can onto the mat. I'm using a pillow or a blanket just to lift me up just a little bit. You might have a pillow slipped under one hip or the other if one's higher than the other. It's perfectly natural. It's just the way your bones go into your hip sockets. If you can go a little bit deeper, step your foot over to the outside of the left thigh. Maintain a neutral pelvis. So not just sinking back or sinking forward. If you can go a little bit more, the outside of the right knee goes to the inside of your left knee. So one knee on top of the other. It's hard to tell with my black pants. You can stay right here. If you're barefoot, you can maybe even thread your fingers between your toes and start to massage your feet. Roll forward. If it feels all right for your body, it's not necessary to bring your nose to the floor. Okay, some people just don't bend that way. It's just the way your bones hit. But anything that feels comfortable. If you're having sciatic pain or nerve pain, stay upright. Maybe even lean back on your elbows. And you'll hear me cue you out of the postures. So if you don't hear me talking for a while, and you hear my voice once again, slowly come back in, just taking your time, maybe not even moving just yet. Just enjoy this time here as you breathe, relax the muscles. Notice the places that are constantly tight in the body, chronically tight, and see if you can just let them go. Build yourself back up slowly. Straighten out the legs, support the knees. You just bring the legs out in front of you and shake them out a little bit. So if you're listening to the playlist, I had a great time making it. I have my Motown shirt on. Obviously, if you don't know, I'm from Detroit. I'm living in the heartland right now. So anytime I can mention Detroit, I will. And Stevie Wonder of course, was born in Saginaw 70 years ago today, and he's just a treasure and a luminary, and he's able to share windshield wiper your knees, and his gifts from a really young age if you followed his career. And he talks about everybody has the ability. We might not have all the same but we have the ability to just move from our gifts. So as you go into shoelace into the other side, bend your right knee. Remember how we started out? The left foot went in front of the right shin, or vice versa, foot went into the front of the shin. So this time now that we're in May 2020, you know, as a quiet time, it was really a time to discover our own gifts, to settle in, to get quiet, to get still, to clear out the things we don't need and really discover what we truly have. That's really what yoga is all about at any time. So if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can certainly stay right here as long as the legs are relaxed. Support it anyway, and step your foot over the thigh if you like to. That works. And eventually the outside of the left knee goes to the inside of the right knee. And so although sometimes, especially in this yin practice where it gets quiet or you get still, most of us are in that fight or flight response where it's hard to turn off, right? We don't sleep well at night. We need pills or a glass of wine or, you know, whatever it is. It's hard for us to come into that rest and digest system, which is exactly what yin yoga does, brings us into our parasympathetic nervous system. So we take these postures for a time, and we get still and quiet. And if this is really difficult for you, just watch your breath. Just watch your breath. Activate that parasympathetic response by exhaling just a little bit longer than the inhale, if it helps to count. Just another extra count on the exhale. Honor the places in the body that feel so tight. You're just now recognizing how tight and how gripping they actually are. And then just let them know that it's safe here to relax and to open. It might take some time. We've had so much time to practice grace and patience, presence. If you're an athlete, yin yoga and restorative yoga really should be your primary forms of yoga, or forms of yoga, because you're already athletic, you're already doing your love of bike riding or running or working out with weights, cardio. So this is the complement, the yin to the yang. It's so needed for balance. A few more breaths here. Just find the deepest posture, shape you can find. hands to the floor, rebuild yourself. Feel this in the spine. Oh yes, the vertebrae pulled away from each other. The low back got some space. Extend your legs, find some windshield wipers from side to side. Whatever you need here. Take your time. You might even let out a sigh of relief. Getting to know your own voice. Something I've learned quite a bit during this time. So bring yourself into a tabletop and then child's pose. If you're using a blanket, you can use a blanket underneath your knees. Some of you know what's coming after child's pose. Toes touch, knees wide, and sink back. Get the knees as wide as you can. And if this doesn't feel good in your body, if child's pose doesn't work, come onto your back and find happy baby pose. So it's just coming onto your back. Bending your knees in. If you're close to a wall, you can put your feet on the wall as well. Happy baby pose in yin yoga is just holding onto the backs of the thighs. Either way, a pose of a child. Happy baby or child's pose. Hands can come to the back of the neck, and guess what? You can give yourself a massage or a nice pat on the back. How good you been doing? Good job. You got dressed today. Good job. You brushed your teeth. What was it that you did so good today? Give yourself a pat on the back. Maybe a massage of the neck. Invite yourself to stay here in child's pose, or if you're on your back, happy baby pose. Or you can go into a pose that everybody loves, floor frog. We won't be here that long. Separate the feet just a little bit, turn your toes out. The knees are in line with your hips and your ankles are in line with your knees. And fun fact, today is National Frog Leap Day. And some people can go flat. Congrats. Then there's people like me that look like we're about in a frog leaping contest. And it's really the way your femurs fit into your hip socket. You might feel a little give and a release and a slide. But at one point in time, you'll just realize that's as far as you go. It's a good place to let go of the belly and all the things you're holding in that area. Just drop your belly towards the floor. Be gentle with the resistance and just breathe. As if you can breathe into the whole pelvic bowl. Shift back to child's pose from floor frog, or just come forward onto your belly. Take what you need. close to that would just be to shift into tabletop or perhaps downward facing dog. Stretch out each leg. We'll come back to seated. Half butterfly pose. Straighten out your right leg. You can go out diagonal if you want to, or straight out in front of you. Bend your left knee. Any posture or any prop you need here, underneath the knee, underneath the butt cheek. Find a long spine. You can come straight forward. You can come over the right leg, or maybe a little bit over towards the left. Figure out what's going to feel amazing right here. Notice how you feel when you let that last breath in this posture go on the exhale. Just guide it all the way out. And then as you come up and fill up again, that refresh, revitalizing feeling. Right into the other side, half butterfly pose. Make the shifts and the changes that you need to. And come on forward when you need. If this is too much, you can always come onto your back again if you have sciatic issues happening. That pull forward, if you have sciatic, is no bueno. So just allow yourself to be in the same shape, but just come onto your back. You can start to walk back onto your elbows, perhaps. You don't want to aggravate that. Become familiar with that release as you exhale and how amazing the body feels when you return back full, alive, refueled, refilled, windshield wiper from one side to the other. So we're really creating new neural pathways, and we learn how to access that rest and digest system. It's not easy for a lot of us, so if you're having difficulties, know that, that's natural. Often people say to me, I can't meditate. I have too many thoughts. Well, it's not easy for me either. It's difficult. Some days I write books and chapters, just trying to sit there. That's how but the more you pave this pathway to release or weed out your garden, move into sleeping swan pose, so come into tabletop, the more easier it is. And some days it'll be really difficult, and some days it'll be really easy, just like everything else in life. Sleeping swan from tabletop, pull your right knee up between your hands. Okay, you can stay on the top of your shin. This might even be your pose right here. You can stay here, top of the foot relaxed. You can slide all the way onto your right butt cheek if you want, or your right foot is somewhere close to your left hip. Some of you might move into a more of a pigeon, where your shin is parallel with the front of the mat. Come on forward when you're ready. Prop yourself up if you need. Back knee can be bent, so you're on the inside of the leg, or the leg can be straight, so you're on top of the thigh. There's no right or wrong. Just breathe. Figure 4 on your back or seated if this is too much for you. You'll feel yourself in the first edge, and then as you hold these postures for the time, you'll start to see you can relax a little bit more. So no force. We're halfway there. Hands to the floor, either tabletop and stretch out your right leg, or down dog. Reach the right leg high. Any shift or movement you need here. Right into the other side. Maybe from tabletop or down dog. Left knee comes forward. Maybe right on the shin. You can even start to stretch out the ankle that way, or shift over. If you're listening to the playlist and you started when we started class, this song that's on right now, makes me cry. And we're in this place that we're in, you know, our creative house, our place that has everything to do with a flow of movement of the bodily functions, urination, menstruation, orgasm, tears. So if you get a little choked up as well, you know, that happens when we open up and we let things flow. Then we release those old things we need. So I love a good cry and floor frog or pigeon pose or swan. If you're like, I don't even know what she's talking about, if you maybe find yourself a little bit teary later on, then you know yoga is really, this yin yoga is really working for you. It's a great release. Hands to the floor, three-legged tabletop or three-legged downward facing dog. Allow yourself to stretch out and take that last a little bit of movement that you need. And come onto your back, grab anything you need for Shavasana. Maybe some pillows or a blanket. You can use a blanket underneath your head or a pillow. I have a bolster here. You can slide it underneath your knees or a pillow or a blanket, couch cushions, whatever you're working with. The blanket over the thigh or over the hips as well feels pretty good. If you come down and you need to take a few twists from side to side, do that. Just tuck yourself in for the last few minutes of class and let your body just receive all the wonderful gifts, all that time, care, grace that you just gave to yourself. The ability to free anything that you no longer need. So you can move into the rest of the evening and into tomorrow, maybe recognizing those lovely gifts that you share that's unique to you. Take the peace fingers and bring them right underneath the occipital ridge, right where C1 and the skull meet. And just rock your head from side to side. And find that place that's just right. And just take a few moments here. Again, you'll hear me call you out. You're welcome to stay as long as you need. Take your rest here. If you're ready to come back, draw the attention to the back body onto the earth and all the places it touches the earth. Draw the attention to the front of the body and all the space of possibility above you. Move into that space. Rotate your ankles and your feet that walk you on this earth, your wrists, your hands that give and share. Take a big stretch as the arms reach up. Roll to your favorite side. Bring yourself all the way up to seated. Thank you so much for taking this really essential time and to just calm down and find some quiet time for you. In those quiet moments, you reset, or you restore, and you renew who you truly are and all the gifts. So we move from this place of our best self, and we meet each other here in the place of love, light, and truth. Namaste. Om Shanti. Thank you so much, everybody, for staying with this class. This will be up on the Power Life YouTube channel. You can check out anytime. If you're a student at Power Life, we are tentatively scheduled to open next Monday, and you'll be able to sign up for classes too. So these classes will always be on here. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to see you. So yeah, let us know if you have any questions. Subscribe to the Power Life channel on YouTube. Miss you. We'll see you soon. I can't wait. Namaste.